Hi Aquarius, this is Ron from the Tarot of the Twin Sun. We'll be doing your reading today for the end of July until the first week of August. Mercury retrograde is still kind of being a punk, so would be careful about your communications. Now we'll go ahead and start with the pre-shuffle. Aquarius. I'm seeing here there might have been a great deal of sorrow when it comes to something that puts you in a state of hermititude, meaning you retreated from society and a lot of other social dynamics to get into touch with something. Once again, the Seven of Cups, so there's sort of a disillusionment that you're dealing with when it comes to making choices of the matter of the heart. There certainly is a lot of potential with these choices. Dear Aquarius, it's a poor shuffle. And yeah, also a loss of victory. A loss of victory according to something. The loss of victory had to deal with an end goal or a type of stability, a long-term commitment that might have caused a lot of sorrow recently. Somebody walked away or potentially is feeling very sorry because they had to make a choice. Yes, a choice involving something. Yeah, a choice involving the potential within moving forward within a relationship, Aquarius. There was a fixity to it, potentially, as well as someone felt being left out. You were this other person being left out when it comes to the relationship. Because there was a sense of victory, but also a loss of victory. Somebody won over the other person, and somebody felt like this was uncalled for in a way, because there was a great deal of fighting. Yeah, with the Seven of Swords energy in reverse. But there's fate coming for you, some sort of karma. Has to deal with, yeah, the change of your stability in terms of your end goal and how you feel like of a committed relationship. It wasn't just turning out the right way, and there was a type of domination or passionate sort of controlling dynamic that forced you into this position, and a lack of temperance, a lack of equal balance within your two cups, and you were trying to temper that, but then one of the cups was rejected in the relationship. Someone was rejected here, and it created that whole illusionment. There's a lack of balance with the control, the power dynamic. Somebody was exercising a lot more power over the other, was kind of controlling, and this person was imbalanced. Well, they were balanced, but then they kind of stopped moving to and from other relationships to try this out, but it wasn't working, and there was a lack of balance in the end. Okay, so this is becoming a relationship reading. Yeah, and it led to a lot of deep emotions that you weren't able to control, so you walked away from these emotions, and somebody walked away to start their own truth, okay? And the truth that you're creating now has to do with why somebody did not accept the offer. Okay, that was an intense pre-shuffle. Let's start with this person. Aquarius, your person, the significant other, why this happened with Mercury retrograde season. The eclipse season was also here, so there was a lot of intense purging of things that didn't serve us. That's what people say. Okay, so this person, yes. This person is the one who is revisiting the cup. I think you may have offered the cup of love or friendship to this person, and along with it came a great need for completing a cycle of stability with this person. There might have been a number of weeks or months in which you were courting this person, but ultimately it led to a type of Ten of Swords energy. So at the end of a cycle in which your heart was crossed, and there was a number of a lot of communications with this person, and communications might have ended for you. There might have been someone, this person I think ended communications with you, but they're still wondering about this cup of love that was offered by you or you to them, and why it was rejected. And this has created a lot of sort of doubt in the way things panned out in terms of not only equal give and take, but individuality working between those two forces. Okay, on your side, yeah, there was something toxic about this relationship. Something that pulled out a lot of dark forces in you and then created a bit of toxicity for the relationship, or perhaps you saw this person as toxic. You were using your intuition with the High Priestess in order to figure out something about this relationship. So on their side, they're thinking about why the offer was rejected. You could have rejected them, or they could have rejected you, and then ultimately it leads you to a type of individuality on both sides, but then you more so. So individuality, richness on the Eight of Pentacles on the upside, it's like you are completely loaded with abundance, but then on the downside means that yes, you're individualistic and you're by yourself. You have an idea of your own stability, but right now it's kind of not in your complete power. You may feel a little bit unstable, but there's still a structure there, and that's good. Okay, so I'll build the mirror between you two. Now let's figure it out. Devil energy. I want to clarify the devil energy too. I want to figure out like what kind of things we're toxic about. So let me do that first. Yep. There was a lack of communication overall. So once again, the sort of blocking happened, and there was a lack of communication, and then this created stagnant energy and a lot of toxicity in your emotional realm. And then triggers were happened, and lack of communication is one of them. So a sense of abandonment, or somebody blocked the other, and then abandonment issues came up, and that's what led to this. Let's figure out the mirror. So when it comes to this offer of love that was rejected because someone felt jaded, this person felt jaded about you, and they may have seen you as having codependency issues, for example, because of communication. You wanted to have communication, they chose not to have it. And it's because this is a sort of karmic situation with the Wheel of Fortune. Therefore, there is a number of lessons you have to learn, and there's a divine timing here that is working things out for you. This could work out for you with time after retrograde season in August. Now, between you and your High Priestess energy, using your intuition, this other person was seeing it as something that wasn't, there was no commitment on their side, okay? And you were using your intuition to figure out what it is, and we'll go ahead and clarify that now and create the bridge. Yes, equal give and take. So there was equal give and take at one point in the relationship with the Six of Pentacles here, and it's showing up as positive. So there's sort of a mirroring going on between you and this person, where they want a commitment maybe, and you are still trying to figure out intuitively how this is going to pan out. Okay. Yeah, for more clarity, you're dealing with Temperance. So once again, Temperance comes up, and you're trying to convert this love energy into something good for you, a new philosophy. But because it comes in reverse, it's kind of difficult for you to do that. Therefore, there is a lack of sort of balance between your own personal philosophies, okay? And when it comes to them sort of ending with a 10 of Swords energy here on their side, they're ending some sort of mental cycle with you. Why are they doing this, and why is it leaving you in a state of individuality or aloneness? Let's see. Yes, because people are, you guys are mirroring a type of head over heart decision, logic over emotions. Now there are cups here, and it comes on their side. There's a great deal of love on their side, and there's a great deal of love between you, an equal give and take. But your intuition was telling you that this commitment wasn't going to work out, and they wanted it. But there was a lack of communication. That's why it didn't work out, and that's why karma is coming in and taking care of this position where someone feels jaded. It's because karma was telling them, their own intuition was telling them on both sides. I think you both agreed to disagree. here. Yeah, especially with the King of Swords here. It's a head over heart decision, and it's like a matter of being logical and being grounded in a certain way in their emotions, and being able to discern according to logic why things worked out the way they did. Okay, so you could be with this person, you may also be disconnected with them. I'm seeing that more, and there's a lack of communication because the cycle has ended, and there's a sense of you being happy in your singleness, but feeling disempowered by the whole experience of this relationship. Underscore of your reading is the Knight of Cups, or the Page of Cups in reverse. So any chance of reconciliation might be still in the cards, but people are still dealing with their emotions. Also, the Ten of Cups. So there's a sort of divide with like your ultimate happiness and the way it's being offered in this very weak stance. So there's a lack of progression, but there certainly is a deep emotional commitment that you two have already invested in. And yeah, you also have the soulmate card, the Six of Cups here, right below it. So let me go ahead and run through this. So between you two, you have a great deal of happiness with each other. And there's also a soul tie with this person, and you may have known them for forever. There was a choice to be made between love and lovers, and one of you chose a positive direction to move forward with one of them. But then there was a change in world perspective, and the world turned upside down for one of you, or perhaps both of you. And because of this, emotions were definitely there, but they were balanced in a certain way between self-love and relationship love. So someone here is definitely loving themselves more than the other. There's a huge amount of not ego but individuality in this. So you could be in a situationship in which the Seven of Pentacles comes here in the reverse, which there was no sort of like fruition, and then there was no lack of commitment with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And so somebody was making a sort of choice between their inner world, their heart, versus their ego, and then they chose their ego in a way, and then love was offered, but then it was sacrificed with the King of Swords energy to create more heartbreak between you two. And somebody was definitely feeling hurt by this, and there was a lot of inner conflict, deep inner conflict within your person's and your mind. But then there's a lot of healing to be done, okay? Healing for yourself and for this other person, okay? That's what I see. I appreciate it. Excuse me. Thank you, Aquarius. Happy July, and good luck with this situation.